Kevin Herter with the Atlanta Hawks, and you're listening to 3-Point Conversion.
Jump into questions and start with Richard Walker.
Richard Walker, CarolinaSportsHub.com. Biz, we've talked before about how obviously an NBA team wants to have talented players on the roster. Why is LaMelo at 19 years old been so embraced by so many players on the team and has such a central role in this team? Because a lot of guys would look at him as like, well, he's coming in to take my job. And yet it seemed like the entire team embraces him, and you've been one of those people.
Well, first of all, I don't think our team have that kind of mentality. I think for us, this is a family and a brotherhood. We rely on each other. We trust each other. We don't have that kind of ego in our team. I think that's the start. And second off is that he is a point guard. He has more responsibility, got to run a team. And I think with that, we have to rely on him. We have to rely on Tay. We have to rely on Tiro. And all of them get along pretty well. So, we're in a different situation as a team because often guys think about it more as, this guy is coming to take my job. But I think for us, the ultimate goal is to win a ball game. So whoever going to get it done, then by all means, we're going to support him. So that's the culture we're trying to build here, and I will keep it that way.
Raphael.
Hey, Biz, Raphael from the 3-Point Conversion. Hope all is well. Biz, I didn't get to ask Coach this, but I'll ask you. He was talking about Tim Duncan, how great he is, and just the way he approached the game and through his years. I wanted to ask, with LaMelo Ball, with him being his rookie, we seen what he done last night, even after missing games, and he come back in and he, plays well last night, especially late. But how good can he be once he actually learns the game as far as the NBA? Like, of course, he knows how to play, but I'm saying learn just the NBA, becomes a veteran. How good can he be?
I think he's going to be a great player because for him to be able to do what he does without, a deeper understanding of the NBA, I think it speaks a lot about him. But obviously, he's always open to learn. He asks a lot of questions. I think that's really good for a rookie. And he's, he always welcome constructive criticism. And I think that's also good. And he never take offense in that. So, when you come in the league, the first maybe 1 or 2 years, you gotta establish yourself, learn these things. But I think once you have all those information, it'll be great. I think we'll witness greatness within him, and I hope that happens because he's capable of doing that.
Cool.
Is looking at the way that your center rotation has gone throughout this season, it's been kind of a guessing game on a night-in, night-out basis. And JB's talked about how open he's been with you and Cody and PJ. What does that openness entail? And I guess how do you, Cody, and kind of the rest of the guys in that rotation stay ready on a night-in, night-out basis?
The ultimate goal is to win a game. And whatever we have to do to help the team win, then we get it done. But we all understand at this point of the season, at this point of one's career, that winning is more important than anything. So, and we gotta be a good example for young guys. You have to let them know that you have to work hard, stay ready, and whenever your time is called, you have to get out there and perform. So, got to know your job and do your job to the best of your ability.
Ashley.
Hey, Biz. Hope you're doing well, too. I just want to ask, have you ever been a part of such an unselfish team before? I just know that's kind of the underlying phrase that everyone uses and you guys always talk about. So being a veteran guy and you've been on a couple of teams before, have you ever experienced something like this, just such unselfish play from everyone?
I think not a part of Another team I was part of was probably when I was in Toronto, where guys just genuinely wanted to see other people succeed, whether they played or not, supported each other. And I actually had a conversation with Corey Joseph when they came to play us here a few days ago, where we were just talking about the team that nobody had egos, we were just rooting for each other. Whoever played great, we're happy for you, and obviously we want everybody to do better. And I think that was the other team I was part of. But looking at our team, I think that's how you build a winning culture, where everybody understand their job, they do their job, they're ready whenever the number is called, and we all get in the gym to get better. Pay attention to the little details, your preparation. So yeah, I'll probably say Toronto is another team that I think in 2016, 2015, 2016 season, that'll probably be another team that were just unselfish and just happy to see each other win.
Rod?
Hey, Viz, just want to get your thoughts on the playing tournament. Obviously, you guys are right there in that kind of, I guess, seeding right now, the people playing the tournament. What is your thoughts on the tournament overall? Just, do you think it's good for the game? And, just what do you think about it overall, I guess, period?
I mean, my personal opinion, I never agree with it for several reasons, because I think you have a team like us that has been grinding the whole season. Although we fought through injuries, we never give an excuse. So to position ourselves where we are right now, it's a blessing, but at the same time, we now have to focus into, finishing these games and preparing for playing tournaments. But obviously for the league is great, but I think as far as competition, you put certain people at a disadvantage, because there's teams that's going to ease their way into the season and hoping that towards the end of the season they can hang around the 10th spot so they can play in, within that playing tournament and having a chance to get into the playoff. Which everybody have their own opinion on this, and to me, I never agree with it. But I think for what it, I guess the revenue and what it brings to the league, the ratings and all that stuff is great, but that's my opinion on it. And I think, like our team, we're going to fight to be in the playoff, and we're going to make the playoff because we have the desire. We'll fight the whole year to be here, and we're going to continue to do so.
Yeah, just to follow up on that real quick, if you guys, like say, are the 8th seed and you're fighting with the 9 and 10 seeds as well, is that fair, knowing that all these previous years, that wasn't something that these teams in your situation had to go about as well doing?
I mean, I don't think there's ever such a thing as fairness in the league, So, it goes either way. I think going to the bubble, a similar situation kind of happened where we were behind Washington, so they had to pick whoever team had the best record, so they picked more teams in the West, versus the East and all that stuff that went down. So everybody, again, on that got their own opinion, was that fair? I don't know. So that, back to your question, is it fair? I don't think there's such a thing as fairness in the league.
We'll wrap it up with Sam.
Hey, Biz, there's a scenario tomorrow where you guys would clinch your spot in at least the play-in tournament, taking into account what you just said about, your feelings on in general, but is that something to celebrate? We saw how you guys celebrated like JB's 100th win, and you guys are certainly cognizant of certain marks as they come up. Will there be a celebration if you guys win and Toronto loses tomorrow and you guys have solidified your spot in the play-in?
I think for us, more than a celebration, it's just a focus on the game itself tomorrow, because celebrating, we're not in the playoff yet, so the job is not done. It shouldn't even make sense to celebrate. The only way we could celebrate is, the day we probably playing our last game of the playoff, rather, we go that far. But I think we have enough veterans that understands what point of the season we're at. Everybody have injuries, everybody dealing with injuries. And for us, we have to focus on the game tomorrow. And then the next game will be Orlando, and so on and on all the way to our last game. But until, we play the last game of the playoff or the playing tournaments, I shouldn't celebrate anything because the job is not done yet.